see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a, I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. But I get that daily paper. Stop playing me. Pap.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide. No, we slide. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three River Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Green Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Flush to his right. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now back to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. A little juke, and he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra.
Becomes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey. 14, he's going deep. Get him.
Back to throw, Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. This is intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the 49ers will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. Because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. Touchdown, 49ers. Romeo Dobbs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 40. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 39 yards there, a big one.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
2nd and goal from the 1. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So now the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 42. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. He'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Moore from 13 yards out. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And oh, it's wide right. No good. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Pickett's throw caught by Olave. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Pickett back to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off play action, Pickett. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Pickett. And now here's another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then against with the Eagles. And I believe
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Brought in by Dobbs on the comeback route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Point after here coming up. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That good for 19 and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Rolling to his right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Pickett will try to throw for this. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Pickett. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Dances by him, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a game. We get a timeout on the field.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Mike, check, 59. Watch the screen.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for San Francisco, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not in it. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask